Kenny here with Gardening Simplified. It's April 16th. Yesterday we went and picked up some bee packages we ordered for our hives. And this morning we put them in it, and we're going to go through the process. So you can see it. We did it two different methods as far as similar. And let's see what happened. Okay, we've just got a package of bees. We had a package last year, and I'm just going to set them down here for the moment. But our package last year, we ended up, actually, we lost them because they went and decided to swarm in the midst of deciding to swarm. And I've got this little piece of screen here. We're just going, instead of having to pull this board and change it, we're going to put this little piece of screen in here, which will be easy enough to pull out after they get a little bit more vigorous. And but anyway, last year we lost our hive because they were getting ready to swarm. When I checked on them and I pulled out, I had started at the edge. Give me that hive tool, this one here. I had started out at the edge and was moving frames around. And when I came to inspect in the middle, they had built a queen cell between two frames. Well, it tore it open, and I didn't realize that they were fixing to swarm. And so what ended up happening was they swarmed out, and they didn't have a replacement queen. And so the swarm slowly died out, and I noticed that there wasn't any bees working. Come in and checked it, and luckily we got it when the wax moths had just started into it. So we got the honey, harvested it, and did pretty good that way. But anyway, what we're going to do is, and we're going to have to check and see how exactly this, we've got some marshmallows here. I'm not sure how the queen cell is. It is kind of a sticky mess there. But we're going to release these. And the way we start this out, let me see those pliers. I got my daughter here helping and my wife filming. But right up on top, you can come up here. Just come on over here. We're not going to release bees on you. Well, only two of us are suited up. But right here on top, we've got a tab here. This is where the queen cage is held on. And what we're going to do, we're going to pull out this syrup thing, and then we're going to release one of these ends. But we want to hold on to this queen and put her aside so she doesn't get hurt or anything. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out this. Well, I'm going to try to, if it wants to stay up. I'm going to pull this. They have built cone on it, actually. And it is empty, so I'm sure they're hungry. But what we're going to do is we're going to take this queen out. Now, we just got these yesterday, and they're not very active this morning. It was really hot yesterday. And so we're going to take these out, which you can see they're wanting to hang around that queen. And right now we're just going to try to put her somewhere where she's going to be safe. And we're going to just hang her. We're going to hang her on a frame for now, up here, and kind of keep her safe. That's the intent. Hopefully we won't harm too many bees, get them upset, and get them to sting somebody. But get this hooked here where we got bees in the way. Okay. I think she should be pretty safe there. Just to hang now. Now the bees are starting to swarm out. What we're going to do is we're going to release one into this cage. We're just going to use our hive tool and undo it. Now we've got a doorway here, and what we're going to do is try to shake these down in here, and they're not going to like it. But we've got to get them out of there into our hive, or get them out of the trap anyway. And we got to kind of jar them, get them loose. Once we get the majority of them out of here, and like I say, we're just trying to shake them loose, because once we get the majority out, we can let the rest of them find their way. But we didn't want to do all this with the queen in there. You could see how that could be a problem. Now, most of these are out. There are some that's on the ground, and we want to watch those, because what will happen is, it's very possible that, and not being I don't have a full suit, that they might have a problem now and want to get with somebody. Now I'm going to have to get these out of the way here from this queen cell, and they don't want to be away from her for sure. We're going to grab a hold of this metal piece, and we're going to pick this queen cell up. Let's see that brush. Let's just lightly brush these off. Now there's a question to whether, and I don't like brushing, we're going to get this spray bottle. Now we have this spray bottle, and what's in here is sugar water. And we're going to, well, we should have been pre-planned. We're going to spray some of this around here, and this is going to calm down these, and we're going to put a little bit on the queen too. But that'll get them to they'll be busy cleaning that up, where they won't be bothering me so much. Now there's a lot of ways that queens are released. Some release them just real easy. Give me that scribe. Watch, you got bees in your pocket, so. The scribe.
It's coming. It's just,
yeah, I know,
deep down in there.
Now what we're going to do is, we're going to take a marshmallow, and we're going to stick this in this hole. Now, there's a question to whether you can just release the queen, or and we don't want her to come out, so we're going to put this in this hole. And it's really fun with gloves, let me tell you. Okay, now we just have this marshmallow in this hole, and these bees can eat this out. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to fasten her, and we want to fasten her in a way that she's going to be connected to one of these frames, and I'm going to move these frames over, and hopefully we won't get too many bees. They're really working around. Normally they'll move out of the way so they don't get crushed. They have a few that wants to eat me, I think. We're going to put these in, and the plan is we're going to put her between this next one, but there's two things you want to do when you put her in there with her cage. Now we're going to got two swarms, and or two colonies. We're going to do it different. We want to make sure this edge where the screen is not up against the frame, because what's going to happen is if you put it up against the frame, they're not going to be able to feed her, and we definitely want her to be in good shape. We want her to be able to be them to take care of her till they take and eat her out, and eat that marshmallow out of there. And what we're going to do is we're going to give them a few days, and after a few days we're going to even these frames, kind of center them in the middle. But after a couple of days, we're going to come back and see if she's been released, and if she hasn't, what we're going to do. And these bees, there's still pheromone in here, and that's what these bees are kind of connected to, is that pheromone that she has released has them staying there. They can
now, do
smell
they need any other kind of food or anything at this time, or
we'll give them some sugar water. We're going to put it on top of the thing here, and we've got a bee here. We don't want him to get crunched up underneath. And now this is going to be it for this one. We'll take and come back and check it in a couple of days. We're just going to leave the can there. There ain't much there to do it. We're going to leave the bees there. They'll start smelling her pheromone, and they'll take and start caring for her needs. So all that's going to be taken care of. All right. These are going to do the same way. We're going to try to get this can out of here. It's kind of sticky and wants to stay.
marshmallows on it? Don't knock those off.
Well, I figured I'd let them eat them because I'm not going to use them on this.
Oh, you're not?
Okay. We're going to do this basically, most of it the same way. We got our queen here. We're going to try to get these, we're going to spray them down, kind of calm them down a little bit. They'll be focused on cleaning that sugar water off. We don't really want to kill them, but we don't want them on here. So, and I don't like using the brush, but we're going to kind of brush them off just so we can get a place to set this down. Now they're not going to be happy, but whoa, we almost dropped her queen. But anyway, we're going to do this the same way. We're going to take our little hive tool and we're going to open up one end of this cage. And if you're afraid of bees, just get to know that they're usually pretty calm the longer you mess with them, and under certain conditions they might be less likely to be calm. But and if they get on you, these are flying around. Now, I've been out in the garden before and I've had bees come get on to me, and we'll get these now. And they out there sweating and they're looking for water. Now, they do need a water source close. It's something I didn't mention. Now, we do have a well, okay, we're going to give them a little more sugar water here, kind of calm them down just a little bit. We're not going to give them a whole lot, but they'll clean it up off these ones. Now, we're not going to get them all out of this trap just like before, but we'll get most of them. The rest will come out.
And you were talking about a water source. What water source do you have close by for them?
Now, we have a bird bath that is just up in the garden here that's close, and where our other one is, we have another bird bath. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take this queen out, and of course we're going to try to put these frames back in with all these bees. Hopefully they'll get smart and they'll just move out of the way. We don't want to crush them. What I want to do is put this queen on one of these frames. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take one of these clean frames and we're going to lay it up here, and I think we'll get the bees out of the way. And we're just going to open this end up.
There she goes.
Is she coming out?
She's trying.
Well, she thinks. Now, we got her out, running around. And what we're going to do is, no, we're just leaving this one trapped. She's on the frame. We can see her. She's right here. She's got a little different look to her. She's checking things out. Right there she is. And I can spot her now, but it's hard for me to spot her later on. But what we're going to do is just gently, we're going to put this frame in and slide it up. And we're going to get these flyers off here that bees wants to take. And okay, now we're going to do this the same way. We're just going to kind of even these frames up together slowly, because that way it gives the bees a chance to kind of move out of the way. And now we're ready. You see that sugar water? I'm gonna put that on here, and then I'm gonna try to move them out the way to put the cover on. Undoubtedly, I'm always going to get a bee in between there, but we'll put this cover on. We'll put this top on, and now they should be ready to go. And we'll see how quick which one builds up, because when you cage your queen, she's not going to start laying until a few days after she gets uncaged. So this way, this one can start laying as soon as they start building cells. And we'll see. We've got a few down here in the dirt and on the ground, so we watch those ones right there, and we'll see how this goes. But anyway, if you want to follow along, like I say, last year we failed. We lost ours. My fault. This year we're going again, and you can follow along the process. But anyway, like I always say, enjoy that gardening experience.